WajackoyaThe5th, very nice.
It's not legalized, but people still use marijuana and people make a lot of money from it. And I think it should be legalized. I think marijuana, it has a lot of benefits, and I have never had anyone dying from using weed, so it should be legalized.
My name is Stephen Mwendwa Muthoka. I'm a resident of Nairobi. I stay in Nairobi at Eastleigh Section 3. I was very happy to see Professor Wajakoya being cleared by IBC to vie for president in this country. Reason because the top two candidates, that is Raila Amolo Odinga and William Ruto, they have been in political arena for some time. Everyone has been in the government for some time. You remember Raila was a prime minister. Ruto is the current deputy president of Kenya. We still need some fresh blood. People who can inspire confidence to the hopeless masses, the unemployed, people who are suffering in this country. So he has a right like any other Kenyan. If he has an agenda for this country, I felt like, yeah, it's a good thing.
I'm Lisa, and well, as a citizen, I was excited because I thought we only have two. Now we have an extra person that we can at least think of and vote for. So yeah.
My name is Tabitha. I was not surprised. You know, Kenya is a democratic country, and I knew anyone can make it to the race if you're willing and you get the votes from the people. Yeah, it's a democratic country.
When I heard and saw that George Wajakoya was cleared to be one of the presidential aspirants, I was happy because one thing, Jakoya came with some information that it will be a game changer to the coming election. In that, you find that the people that were used to two-horse race, I think it is now going to be an addition. Wajakoya, as the way I also followed with the others, you find that the debt, most of the things that he said, which most of the aspirants, the previous aspirants that were there, like the Azimio candidate and the Kenya Kwanza candidate, they were lacking. Like, for example, he talked of the marijuana, the debt, which is overselling, it is overburdened to the economy. And you find that currently we have the tea, we have coffee, and most of the countries in the world are producing this. And even you find the coffee price is fluctuating every now and again. Tea the same. And now we have the marijuana. Countries like Cuba's economy is much higher than Kenyan's economy, but in around 1970s, Cuba was one of the poorest countries in the world. But as per now, Cuba is one of the richest countries in the world, and even Kenyan government can go to an extent of importing doctors from Cuba. When they come here in Kenya, they are even more enlightened than Kenyan doctors. Let us go to countries like Singapore. Singapore, their GDP was less Kenyan GDP in around 1968. Kenyan government used to fund them, to help them. They were one of the poorest countries in the world. But right now, they are one of the giant countries that even the G8 are afraid of. Yet Kenya by that time was higher than Singapore. But right now Kenya is one of the poorest countries that even Singapore cannot deal with.
My name is Debra Zawadi, and I think it's okay that he made it there. It's fine for someone to be able to exercise your right. If you want to vie, you should be able to vie. If you're cleared and you meet all the expectations, then there's nothing wrong with you getting to that next step. So I am okay with it.
Okay, entering with the entry of Professor George Wajakoya into the race has also caused a threat to both William Ruto and Raila Odinga, but majorly to William Ruto, because that category of the voters that Wajakoya is taking, majorly they are from William Ruto's camp, because you find that the youths that William Ruto are banking on are the ones that are now, majority of them now have shifted to Wajakoya, because most of the things that Wajakoya is saying is perceived to be things that are supporting youths. For example, the lifestyle. Wajakoya has come up with the lifestyle. And the lifestyle, in most cases, what Wajakoya is putting into place, even the dressing code of Wajakoya, it means the youth can dress the way they want. And that one, there's a percentage of the youth that will vote for Wajakoya because of the dress code. Number two, when we legalize marijuana, you find that the Kenyan law is very stingy on marijuana. You will find that the youth cannot use marijuana publicly. And here comes Wajakoya will make it to be a public thing, which there will be no litigation when a youth uses when one person uses it. So with that, a good number of the youths that are also using marijuana will also support Wajakoya. And also Wajakoya has also addressed this issue to do with economy. You find that the Kenyan debt is so high. And he said, by planting marijuana, the Kenyan economy will shoot up. That is one. Number two, because marijuana is used by many countries, unlike coffee and tea. Because coffee and tea, you will find that people with diabetes, the health style, and so many diseases that are there has threatened the coffee and tea, which are cash crops. But marijuana has no any health effect to many people. So you will find that many people uses this marijuana. And with that, even a kilo of marijuana, the price is very high as compared to coffee and tea. Countries like Tanzania, it is grown legally. Many countries are growing it legally. It is only here in Kenya. So with Wajakoya, I am very much certain he's going to eat so much Kenya Kwanza's votes, and that is specifically majority will be the youths.
It's not clear for me right now, but I believe both of them, Raila and William Ruto. Because when you see the content of Wajakoya, he's addressing almost every aspect which are facing Kenyans. Number one, he has an agenda for debt issue, this borrowing. Two, he also has an idea about employment, saying that there are people who are working like a lot of time. They have a lot of jobs, like more than 3 jobs in the government offices, which is and the others who don't have. And those issues, when you look at the agenda of Raila Amolo Odinga, he tried to address it, yes, but it's not very clear to the Kenyans. When you look at to Ruto, he's saying that ASU and Asola and whatever. But he's just hustler. There is nothing which is tangible in that hustling thing. He has no clear plan, like a solid plan on how to implement and bring solution to the issues of unemployment. So I believe the two of them he'll fighting very hard to beat them. Yeah, both of them are losing. I believe both of them. Yeah, because there are Kenyans who are looking. There are Kenyans who are very serious. They just don't follow waves. They want your agenda, your manifesto, the plan which you have. And Wajakoya is trying very well, and he is coming out very courageous with a vision, what he wants, fearlessly. That I will. One plan is to legalize marijuana, do this and this, do this and this, and at least it's something. It may not be very practical, yes, but it's something. People can hear, yes, these guys are planned. Yeah.
I believe so. I believe so, honestly speaking. We have a long way to go, but I think it will add on to the economy's growth. Yeah.
Legalizing marijuana, there is no problem with that. For me, I can support it. But there must be some regulations which are coming on board. If it will be legalized, there must also be other regulations which should be put in place.
Yeah, I have no issue with marijuana being legalized. If there are countries that we borrow money from and we actually follow their democracy and want to ape their democracy and to be like them, and they've legalized marijuana, I don't see any reason for us not legalizing marijuana.
It's not legalized, but people still use marijuana and people make a lot of money from it. And I think it should be legalized. I think marijuana, it has a lot of benefits, and I have never had anyone dying from using weed, so it should be legalized.
I don't think it's a good idea because, there are many ways to punish a person. Maybe jailing them, denying them their privileges, yeah. But death, it's like you're punishing the whole family.
Well, bring death penalty to the people who have been charged with corruption. Maybe they have been found guilty of corruption. For them maybe to be killed, and death penalty is not a bad thing.
I agree with Wajakoya, because in most cases, what has spoiled this most countries in Africa, not only in Kenya, but corruption is a thorn in most countries in Africa. As even Nigeria is also experiencing the same as Kenya, but Kenya is also becoming worse. If you look at that, even in the Bible, those people who are deemed to be corrupt, corruption was also termed as a blasphemy. They were categorized like that. Like in the Bible, we had people like Barabbas. There were gangs who were also thieves. The Bible permitted them to be hanged, and that is what is.
As we are approaching general election, and I request to Mr. Speaker to allow me to put this one on the media. Kenya has now become a new Kenya. And us, like those who are going to vote, and Kenyans, we are very proud to take our decision to this election, because as I see from 2018, March up to now, we have never experienced any kind of violence in the country or in the demonstration in the streets of these major towns like Mombasa, Nairobi, and Kisumu, Nakuru also. So we are very proud, and we are very, very proud enough to make sure that the forthcoming general election will be free and fair. And this is a message to our members who has got fear about the society or the national movement, that there will be no any kind of intimidation, ethnic violence, or some political violence, or any kind of demonstration which will occur in this country. Every person from each and every side of the country, even from central region, eastern region, or western region, northeastern region, they can travel. If you are a businessman, you will be free to do your business in any kind of the country without any intimidation. So I normally ask our members who are from the other side of the other, normally the side of older people, they had feared their members that if this election come on the side of Azimio, things will go bad, things will not do well. But I am assuring they can experience when President Uhuru Kenyatta shake hand with Mr. Raila Odinga. You can see how the country is. Even Nairobi here, we have peace. Anyone can do his business well. And those who are fearing, you can just walk well and go to your house, go to your duty without any fear. So I see that is the country we have after this election. We will have after this election. Thank you.